I really don't like the direction where Clash Royale is heading to. With adding level 16 for no reason other than money, and whilst getting rid of magic items under the guise that would make progression simple and easier, and adding a new card archetype that is totally not going to be behind a paywall, a lot of players, including myself, have gone to say that this is the worst update of the game's history. And yeah, it is pretty bad. Let's get started with the heroics. They're seemingly the new evolutions, but worse. At least when evolutions were introduced, they were a pretty novel idea. Every second and or third placement of the card, they get a special ability. A lot of the abilities were pretty fun twists to the card concepts. However, a lot of people were flippant, especially since Supercell had this bad habit of making new stuff to be broken as hell, so a lot of people buy them from the gate and then later nerf it to the ground. Even with its poor introduction, a lot of people grew to like evolutions because of its concept. Heroics is not a good concept. Giving any card with the title of heroic a special ability sounds a lot like, I don't know, champions? Supercell really pulled the
and when everyone's super, no one will be.
The abilities that the released heroic cards have now is insane. The Musketeer summons a tactical machine gun turret that does fall damage for no reason at all. Knight has a taunting radius that almost takes all of the arena, and the other two are kind of just whatever, but just really incredibly strong. Well, at least Supercell gives us one free heroic that is totally random and you have no idea what you could get. So it could be a card you don't even use. And the process of getting a card to be heroic is opening a hero chest that can give you up to 200 shards to 4 shards. And with this said, even when you get 200 shards to unlock a hero, it is still randomized. Like, thanks Supercell. By the way, can we talk about how ugly the heroics look? Like, oh my god, they do not look good in 3D at all. Anyways, let's talk about the improvement for progression, where they made it hard for free-to-play players to progress, where with the release of level 16, they quite literally got rid of all items that would have helped a lot of players. Where Supercell did this very scummy thing where they would not disclose the conversion rate for elite wildcards to gems, so a lot of players were just in the dark about what to do, and some had hope that the gem economy would be good. It wasn't. Yeah, and with the nerf of what you're able to get through lucky drops, it is really bad. I don't have any empirical data, but I would show you my 1% 5-star lucky drops. Exhibit A. Exhibit B. Like, why are cosmetic items even in 5-star lucky drops? Before, if you got a 5-star lucky drop, you had to stop whatever the hell you were doing and locked in, because you had a really good chance to get something good, like 3 times more than this shit. Oh, and don't get me started with the new currency system that you'll get when you get a card maxed out. You get crystals that could only be used to buy cosmetics. So let's say you maxed out your first champion and are in desperate need of one more Skelly King. You get blessed and you get the same card you're already maxed out and are given crystals. At least before, when you got a card you already maxed out, you get elite wildcards to use so you could upgrade your other cards. This is just worse. I've been seeing so many content creators talk about how bad the update is and how it would damage the community for only Supercell to not give 2 shits. It really just screams to me that this whole update is nothing but a blatant cash grab. And there are still people who are like, guys, it's not that bad. It's a major buff to the evolution credit card. Oh yes, just refinancing your home's mortgage to upgrade your deck is a small price to pay. I have been playing this game for 9 years, and overall the amount of money I spent on this game was $150. That is the most money I've ever spent on any game in my life. And if you're like, well, that's not that bad, you're talking to the guy who would unironically take notes to episodes of Cheapskates. The reason why I spent this money was because I had fun playing this game. It was so addicting, like the amount of times I would be playing Clash Royale in the bathroom, at work. That one time when a customer broke their leg and while calling the emergency hotline I was losing to Lumberloon. It was that bad. But knowing that this game does not give a single fuck about what the community wants, and because of it, it's ruining the game. It feels more like a chore to go play against a player who is several levels ahead of you, fighting for your life just to get little in return. I'm quitting Clash Royale, and I think you should too. The amount of times a lot of players forget that this game does not need more money. This game grossed $78 million in October, and with doing this, I would have thought the game was going bankrupt. I simply just refuse to contribute any more money to this game that is trying to squeeze every penny from me, and I'm tired. I used to love this game, and now it's one of those Chinese mobile game ads, and the only way Supercell will care is if their pockets hurt.